Okay, so I thought I'd make a little video here. I'm thinking about compulsion, my compulsion, and it's this need, it's this want, it's this desire to act out, to act out in ways that are not in my best interest, and also to not do things that are in my best interest, to not function in ways that actually make me feel good. I just had this example where it's payday today, Tuesday, the 15th of September, and I'm feeling pretty good today. Not holding on to the deck's agenda like I thought I would, but we're gonna do it starting today, and we're gonna go to the 1st of October anyway. Whew, that's kind of that's kind of a touchy subject, I guess, in some ways. But I don't know, because I don't know if the deck feeds into my compulsion. It probably makes it worse, in some ways. But in a sense, it's a completely separate issue. I mean, I've gone at least a week and a half. We went up to Clear Lake for a wedding. I wasn't smoking, and wore the patch, and had some episodes in Clear Lake where I was thinking about cigarettes, and there's always this kind of restless sense of boredom, like, boy, I would really rather be involved in cinema, talking with cinema people, and or having fun. There's always this recognition that I'm not having fun, that I'm outside of fun, or it's not. Maybe it's not even a recognition. Maybe it's just I'm imposing this on myself. Like my brain is saying, you're an old guy at Canocti Harbor, and you're with your girlfriend, and you're 32 years old, and everything is normal. You live a normal life, and you're so normal, and and it feels like that. It doesn't feel okay. I mean, that's not okay with me. It's not okay for me to feel that kind of aggravation, like there's nothing going on, even though we're at this. It was kind of a fun place. It's like it was a rundown place, caught in the 80s. It's like a frozen time in 1986 at an Eddie Money concert. The place was kind of run down. It smelled like a pit. It looked like a pit. The hotel room was just the bare bottom of the bottle that you could possibly wish for. I mean, there were baby ants or roaches, or I don't even know what they were, grasshoppers, in the bathroom. The mattress was hard as a rock, and the best part of the fun part of me thinks that's staying in places like that is kind of fun. I mean, it can be fun to do that, but of course I was feeding into it can be fun to venture out, and I don't really. It's not that I really. It's not that I enjoy staying in pits, but I have this memory of hotels, staying in hotels and motels with Dad, growing up. Subpar motel and hotel rooms don't really bother me like they do Jocelyn, and she was really bothered by it, and that I understood that, which had nothing to do with my feeling of this kind of I'm not involved in cinema now. I'm not involved. I'm not participating in life. And there's this lost feeling, and then accompanied with that lost feeling was this feeling of I want to have a cigarette and drink. I just want to chill and drink, because in my mind, having that drink and with that cigarette, it's like I'm getting back to I'm relaxing. I'm in my cocoon, and I'm intoxicating, and I'm smoking my drugs, my nicotine drug. I'm smoking my drug, and I'm drinking my booze, and that's the way it is. And life's complete. And of course, that always has a downside. You smoke too much, you drink too much, you feel tired, you're hungover. There's all these things, but there's this underlining. I mean, there's even that issue after you just have for me, it's like 1 or 2 beers. I'm like, I feel good. Oh, now I'm kind of tired. First, like I feel human. Now I'm kind of fatigued. But no, I think it's silly. It's all about bringing a positive attitude and a positive realization into the everyday. And I hate to think that that's why I fell off the wagon again on tobacco. I mean, I was wearing the patch, and yesterday it was like it was as if I wasn't even wearing the patch, and I gave into my compulsion, and I went out and I bought a cigar, and it feels like the end of the world to me. It feels dramatic because what I'm doing to my body as a diabetic is not the same as a non-diabetic. A non-diabetic can smoke 2, 3, a cigar once a week or 2 cigars a day, and oh yeah, when he's 87 years old, we have a corpse on our hands. Woo! I mean, not that I recommend it, but it's just a different story, and I feel the drama in it because I do not want to hurt the people who love me. Especially Jocelyn. I just don't want to do that. So I feel this sense of loss. I give in to my compulsion. I went right to a pub with a patio and started to read, and it was like, this relaxing, this. Spilled my beer. I just can't accept that there's that element in myself that's so pained, where it's like I don't feel engaged, and because I don't feel engaged, I'm gonna worry and fret about things, and then that's gonna lead to me wanting tobacco and keep me on benzos, and that's the way it is. Life's tough. I got to see it realistically. Life is hard, and when people say life is hard, this definitely would fit. The compulsive tobacco holic, nicotine holic, little patches lying around everywhere. Has to contend with this. There's days where it's like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know where I want to. I'm having this urge to smoke. I don't want to do it. And but there's that compulsion, and this is compulsion. But I dreaded looking at my bank balance and transferring money. I was feeling like a child. I was like, I don't want to. And I did it, and I feel so much better, because now I realize I have $67 in savings, which is more than I've had in savings in, months, months. And I can always fall back on that. And now I'm like, I'm invigorated. I want to make that grow. I want to buy a camera. I gotta buy that camera. I want to buy the Kodak G6 or C6 something, and I really want that to happen. I want to have all my computer system and everything, and I want to feel whole, and I don't want to be a person that operates on compulsions. I mean, it's with the Twinkies. With the Twinks, with the compulsive the honeys. It's just a thought, and then you're like, I should do that, and then it grows, and it's like, I really should do that. I can't, you're trying to write the screenplay, and you were doing fine, and you actually did get into the screenwriting, and get your mind off your dick, but it was something you had to work at, and there's that frustration, it's like, I don't like that, I don't want to be even thinking about it, I want that's for later, that's not on my schedule right now. That comes around 9 o'clock at night, or 2 in the morning. It's compulsion, and it's in line with shedding the skin. So we're going to keep shedding this skin.